So this is going to be a quick video. This is just on the DDMWorks cruise control relocation thing. So essentially what this is from what I've grasped from the instructions, this is a relocation kit. You can see for this aftermarket intake that essentially reverses your flow so you can pull air from here. And because the cruise control is over here, this is in the way. So essentially we're doing sort of a similar thing where we're putting something where the cruise control was so it won't work anymore. So it's very simple, way easier than anything could possibly be. The instructions are there. Probably can't read them, but that doesn't matter because if you buy this thing, you'll have them anyway. So first thing you do, these two brackets are on the cruise control. You take them off. 10 mils hold it to the car, and then there's 3 screws. And then there's also these two 10 mil nuts on the back of the cruise control. You take those off the studs. You temporarily remove this tensioning bracket, and then you bolt it onto this big silver bracket here, which is what comes in the kit. So then you have that done. Then this thing, you take the 2 nuts off of the master cylinder. You slide the bracket on there. Well, you don't slide it. You slide it down, bring it forward, slide it onto the studs, put the nuts back on. And then the only other thing you got to do is there's this 10 mil bolt attached to the diagnostic plug. You remove that, you put it on here. On mine, you can kind of see right here, you can barely tell, but it's kind of bent out. So, I mean, it's not a 100% perfect fit, but it's pretty good. And then the only other thing you have is you've got this line here. What I did is it's got one of those clips on the bottom. I just pinched the clip with a pair of pliers to take it off the OEM bracket. And then, depending on how much wire you have, this part of the wire, you just cut the jacket open here. You pull this back until you can plug this in, comfortably where it's got some wiggle room. And then I just taped that back up and put some tape on here so these wires aren't exposed. And then that's pretty much it. The only other thing you have to do, they give you a new piece of vacuum line, so you connect it there where the old vacuum line was. And then in my case, I'm going to run it to the vacuum distribution block that I just put together. If you have a stock intake over there, you just reattach that hose to where the old thing was on the intake. The vacuum distribution block is not relevant to this video, but here it is. So I just put that together. It just comes with all the fittings in the block, and then pretty much that open space on the firewall right above the seam right there, that's where I'm going to put it. It's got 2 self-tappers. That way it's going into the wiper well area, so I'm not going to have to worry about it drilling through anything, and it'll give me enough clearance to get all the hoses to it. If I mounted it lower, it would be in the way of the intake tube going over the engine. So yeah, that's how you do the DDMWorks cruise control relocator. It's very simple. Took like 15 minutes, and there'll probably be another video later today with the update on the overall supercharger thing, but I wanted to make this separate.